once again. Thank you so much for always liking, sharing, subscribing, of course, telling your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. We love you. We appreciate every one of you. Big Wiz is in the building today. Of course, Teams as well is in the building as well. That's one Essence, one of the major songs of the Made in Lagos album. Now, Made in Lagos, October 29, 2020, WIZKID released that one. Our fans are still dragging Lala. You know, till today, there's still a comment on that video.
I know, I saw it.
Someone saying, Lala, you were made to eat your words. Lala, you were made to go back to your this. Lala, you were made to this and that and everything. And a lot of people actually felt that that was when the dislike for WIZKID came from, even till now.
Who disliked?
A couple of people felt that you don't like WIZKID. You bash them and said that
You know what the truth about this thing is? I'd rather even not want to discuss it because if I start to talk, another backlash coming. But not like I'm afraid of the backlash.
Yeah.
But I think it's just what I've already discussed is there for the record. I said what I said.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean what I say is what is going to be.
But you don't apologize for it.
No. There's no need to apologize for it, Sheyi.
Really?
What I said is how I felt.
Okay.
Right? How I feel is not exactly how it will turn out to be. I'm not Jesus. I'm not God. You get? So it's how I felt. Don't ask me if I still feel the same way. Because I know you ask me one question like that. Don't ask me. But I felt it has happened, and it happened. Did Made in Lagos success and Essence success surprise me? Hell yes, it did. So if it did surprise me and it's that successful, so it takes nothing from me to admit that yes, it's a successful album. And it's a successful outing from WIZKID and Tems.
Anyways, 10 months after WIZKID, after the whole Shazam thing, it's got in the Billboard, Urban Radio, #1 hip hop radio.
Yeah.
WIZKID Essence, actually, according to what WIZKID FC will say, is swallowing some albums and everything. I don't know about that one. Has taken about 10 months to get gold certification in the US. And some fans, FC, did not fail to remind us that Davido took 3 years, Burna Boy took 3 years before they got what WIZKID got in 10 months. Now, first, before we talk about even this record, was that comparison, was it even necessary?
These fans will always be fans. FC will be FC. It's important for them to blow the trumpets of WIZKID and saying, oh, he did it in 10 months. Because even when these other guys did it in 3 years, that was the first song out of Nigeria to make a gold certification in that short space. 3 years. And that seemed like a big deal. In fact, it was a big deal for us back then. Yeah. It was a big deal for everybody, even Afrobeat, whether you like Davido or not, it was a big deal. And then when Burna came around, early this year, and announced this as well in a shorter time than David, it was also a big deal because it was improvement. It was something that was worth celebrating as an Afrobeat lover or as a Nigerian. And then now it's WIZKID's turn, who has done it
in 10 months.
In the shortest possible time by any Nigerian, right? By any Afrobeat artist. He's done it in 10 months. So people took 3 years, we took 10 months. The same way we celebrate these other guys when they went gold, whether it was 3 years or 2 years or 5 years. The same way you have to celebrate WIZKID, who has done it in a shorter time and now holds a record of doing it in the shortest possible time.
But did it come as a surprise to you, though?
No, it didn't. It didn't, because when you see how global Essence went, for Americans to call it Song of the Summer, and the amount of sales it was posting almost every other week, for it to even climb and also consecutively make it to the Billboard 100 consecutively, not just by chance of just one. It made there consecutively, and that's mad. That's dope, and that's success. So it won't come as a surprise to me if it's made these numbers. If it continues to sell out, it will still catch up with whatever numbers David and Burna has gotten to already, and even perhaps get to platinum. You never know, anything can happen. If it gets there, that's dope. That's telling people that yes, you can do your thing and you can achieve it in the biggest of markets.
Exactly.
Getting people to be inspired, and that's what Wiz and Tems have done.
Lala, we've seen a whole lot, of records, by Essence, from the Justin Bieber to Urban Radio to to the Billboard, to the top 200, to the hip hop top chart. I mean, there's no limit to the number of records, achievement, and everything that Essence has done for WIZKID, for that Made in Lagos has done for WIZKID. It's arguably WIZKID's biggest ever album.
Yes.
Till date. It's Essence is arguably his biggest song.
Yes.
Till date as well. Not even minding the one he did with Drake. So this seems to have crashed every other person.
Okay.
We don't want that. I also want that. Come closer. You get now with an RIAA gold certification, platinum, gold in the US. Is this a final seal to that clamor for Essence at the Grammys?
I don't think this is the final clamor for it. We know sometimes when it comes to this Grammys thing, it's not usually how far you've sold or how big you are per se.
Are you saying Essence will not put the song of the summer? Grammys will not put the song of the summer in their category?
Of what category?
R&B.
Well, it's possible.
Topping R&B Billboard charts.
But wait, it's possible.
Yeah.
Right? It's possible. But you see the way these guys are closely guarding. They are close guarded when it comes to things like this. Grammys, very secretive in their nomination process. We don't even know what's going to happen. Even the new category, it's not explicitly written or to the public that this is what you must before you can make this category and things like that. It's possible, but let's not forget that Grammy is an award body for the biggest music market, and there are other guys who are not WIZKID. They are not from Africa. There are other names that you can mention that have dominated as much in that. Even Billboard sell as much and things like that. There are other names there who are perhaps natively Americans who still have more reach, who have sold more. So it's not all about Wiz. Of course, it can get included. I'm not saying it can't get. Anything can happen. It can get included. And if it does, that's a win for us anyway, because it will be the first time we're getting into the
mainstream
categories by ourselves, not via features or anything like that. It can make it. I'm not saying it can't make it, but I'm not so hyped up or expecting it, because we know that at the end of the day, WIZKID has called something Afrobeats or Afrofusion or whatever I want to call it. He's called it that. Yeah. And then we also want to be careful that some other people are not rebranding what we call Afrobeats. We will now be happy if it's now included in the R&B category. Of course, we're happy that yes, R&B digital sales is classified as, in fact, the Billboard is classified as R&B. Everybody sees that.
And it's topping.
Yeah, but are we going to be happy about that just because we are getting a nod at the Grammy in the R&B category? Are we going to be fine with it?
Not R&B?
See, do Nigerians or Africans see it as R&B, or do they see it as Afrobeats? I've said it before that this discussion will come up, and it's already coming up. People are starting saying Essence is not Afrobeats, it's R&B. That's what people are already going to say. But if it's going to make a dent in the foreign market, there's no Afrobeats foreign market. It had to go under the R&B tag. All the top playlists he was making on Spotify, Apple Music, it was R&B playlist. And I've said before that Essence, we know, everybody knows, like, of course, if you are music inclined, you know that it sounds more like R&B than an Afrobeats record. Yeah. Traditionally, what Afrobeats records sound like is usually more fast-paced. Even if it's going to be mid-tempo,
drums and everything
will be different. So you get. So that's when I feel that, are we going to be happy when it makes that category? Of course, we'll be happy because it's WIZKID and it's Grammys and it's R&B category now. Abi, we'll be happy. But then, are we truly TEMS ourselves call the song R&B?
Anyways, they've been posting a couple of Apple Music charts,
playlist covers and everything.
Playlist covers and everything.
Yep.
R&B this, R&B now, R&B Africa, R&B Nigeria, all of these kind of things.
Yeah.
They've been posting as well, which means they might as well have also certified that it's R&B.
No, of course, it's been categorized as R&B. That's out of the way. I'm not saying. I'm just asking us some questions that I want us to answer. I know we will be glad that yes, so Wiz made R&B category at the Grammys, and I'm fine and accept it. But then again, we ourselves will come back and turn around and be like, why foreigners detecting what our sound is called? We should be able to detect what our sound is called.
Yeah.
That's another discussion entirely. But back to what you were discussing. If it gets included, all fine and good. We're making a dent.
Yeah.
and it opens more doors for other artists to, I mean, to aspire to do the same.
In terms of doors as we go right now, what exactly does this mean? I mean, fastest song, Nigerian with the fastest song to get gold in the US and everything. What does it mean for WIZKID? TEMS said to drop a new single, a new EP. What does it mean for her as well?
Well, it means that any of these other Nigerian artists who want to make that dent in the there's a template. There's things that you can reference how WIZKID or how Essence sounds, how he was able to make it, what kind of music did he have to come up with, what kind of sound did he have to, I mean, what kind of promo did he have to do. You can always reference and see, and that's what is dope about what Wiz has achieved. In 10 months, 10 months, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Actually.
It's crazy. So if anybody wants to make an international foray into the biggest market in the world, you know what you're supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
You know what your song has to be meaningful.
Get the TEMS or the Essence textbook, the handbook.
Maybe I'll write the Essence text. You come and buy. Come and buy for me.
Anyways, guys, massive congrats, of course, to WIZKID on that one. Boy is just winning every left, right, and center, just doing his thing. Guys, let's have your thoughts on WIZKID getting the gold plaque, gold certification for Essence alongside TEMS. With that one, Essence, all the Made in Lagos album in 10 months. Yes, in 10 months, without discrediting the other people. Please put a comment down below. Commend WIZKID, commend TEMS, but do not discredit any other person, because of course, last, everybody gets gold certification. Whether 10 months, whether 3 years, of course, all has to gold certification.
Nah,
See you guys on the next one.